What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We've got Ghost versus Justy OTK, and yes, I realized that my Ghost list is wrong. The eggs are supposed to be 4 Ghost, 1 QP. I've kind of ditched the Demi Mirror already. We'll not be fixing it for this video, but maybe for another one. Rookie in the back is we're going to see the Hagurumon turn into a Dorugamon, and then I'm going to shuffle up them eggs. And we're going to go into a Ghostmon. Well, no, we're going to go into Demi Mirror even. And then that's going to be the Candle and a Ghostmon in the front. Does hit the double hit. 1 Ghost, 1 Liberator. What I will say is, like, I've kind of noticed that the non-protag characters are, like, Violet's kind of less comfortable as a search just because a lot of, since she's not as many new Digimon, she doesn't have as many, search targets for like the Liberator stuff. Going to turn into a Phantomon, which is going to gain us back the 2 as it executes and dies to a Cyber X and Security. Play out the Ghostmon with the float, get the hit, and then into the Soulmon for cost -2 thanks to the Violet, reducing the cost of an Evo after a Ghost is destroyed. So really good cycling there, manages to put us down to 1, gets a security check in, and sets up a board that has to be answered once again. But yeah, it is, like, having played the cards and seeing stuff like Vortex Resonance, which, you know, is a brilliant card for all the Liberator decks. The fact that I don't, like, because it's Ghostmon and Necromon are the only Liberator stuff, like, you don't hit into as many search targets yet. So hopefully we get to see some other Evo lines that then turn into Necromon at some point, just so, or, like, they just add more cards that are tagged both. Because, like, she does use the cards in Liberator, but because they're not, like, her partner Digimon or, like, new unrevealed Digimon, like, she doesn't have as many Liberator cards, which is kind of frustrating because, obviously, the Phantomon is designed... Like, you can excuse Metal Phantomon because he's from Chronicle, but, like, Phantomon and, like, Bakemon... Well, actually, no, Bakemon, I think, is Vortex tagged. Speaking of Vortex, we're going to commit the Vortex Resonance now. If we'd done it instead of going for the Ghostmon, then I would have been able to get the free Violet out, but didn't quite rip it off the draw. This allows us to get 2 actions, and we get to pop the Candlemon to pop the Cyberdramon, which Jamie not ready for at all. Metal Phantomon didn't get as much value in the previous game. So now we also get to use the Violet Inboots to evolve up to the Necromon. The Nomicon is going to hit security, is going to blow up. We're going to gain 2, float into a Phantom. And then we are just going to evolve for 1 to get the 1 choke. No pitches here as we are just going to go for a Cool Boy choke to 1. He is really far behind. Having to play on board for this Cyberdramon doesn't feel all that good. This OTK line does feel a little bit confused. Obviously, in some other games we've seen that it does have, like, it does have the ability to threaten it, but it just doesn't seem to, like, do what I need it, well, what I'd expect it to do right off the bat here. We've got to make the Phantomon. We are going to get to go in for the 2 checks. We are going to explode. And there's going to be the 2 bodies out. Phantom that has to be answered, and then the Ghoulmon, and then we're just going to evolve into the Bakemon. Jamie going to get reading to what that card actually does. We are going to use the Bakemon to play it. So yeah, it's the float into the 5 off the Phantom, and then a little bit extra value there. We're going to pitch off the Edramon, and then we're going to play out the Haguru X. Doru, and then we're going to summon Gatomon, Field Hazard. And if he has the dex, he can make a block. I mean, he has blocker anyway, because the Haguru is a blocker. And no targets off the Cool Boy. But, I mean, 3 bodies on board means that we are probably fine. Technically, could get de-digivolved and still have blocker. Gain a bajillion memory. We're going to make the Phantom... Are we gonna make the Phantom? Ooh, okay. We're gonna play around an ace swing, just letting him know that he does have blocker because he didn't realize. But yeah, we don't have the ace. 3 Justies in hand, and game 2 inbound.
Matrix Digivolution.
Don't you hate it when you're in this situation?
trying to find the number on the dice to show how much DP gain your card has received. It's also unreadable. Now let's take a look at if you had some lovely markers from Conquest Collectibles. Right here you can see it's a lot quicker, a lot simpler, and a lot more efficient. Not only that, but you are signing yourself up to some high quality resin handcrafted markers available in purple, yellow, green, both light and dark, black, orange, and many more to your liking. So grab yours today from Conquest Collectibles, links in the description.
Whilst we are getting shuffled up, big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel as a member. We've got at the top the Mega Justice Josh and Ultimate here on YouTube, a tier 3 on Twitch. Then we've got the Ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strike Rule, and Brad and King of Knights. Then for our champions, Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, the Marta FGC, Donkey, Chava, Ulfos Magnet, and Kragan Security. For the rookies, Greatness Beam, Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sovereign, and Samuel Lawson been handing it down. And then big thank you to all of our Digi Eggs as well. Your support for as little as £1 a month, it really does go a long way in helping me do what I do as close to daily as I can. Bring you some 2.5 content with the homies showing up. And we're going to open up with Rookie Marvin this time. Ghostmon evolving over the Necromon. And looks like we're going to go for the Violet, just so we can get more game actions next turn. He's going to pass this back with a second Marvin. We're going to push out. Start of main, we're going to pitch off a Ghost to draw a card. Doesn't have another Barke, but we pitch off the Barke. We are going to hit into the Violet, and then we're going to evolve at cost minus, which means we get the second one. Yeah, target level 4, play out the second lady. But now those are, the Bakemons are effectively just inherits for us now. And we are going to just swing in. We are going to die, so we're going to gain 1, and then we can add back the Ghostmon. Then we're going to play the Ghostmon, which does hit into the Ghostmon and Violet. So it looks like we're missing the Phantomon. But hey, we've got value. And speaking of missing, we're going to be missing a level 4 here. As we're going to put them in an order. And there we go. Reverse that to the top. So it looks like we're trying to build up the 4. So we're getting a little bit of time. We're going to start of main, go to 4, pitch 1, draw 1. Yeah, pitching off the Bakemons because they're useless to us now. Although, I hope I didn't just get rid of my only 4. No, okay, there is a Digimon in the back. Well, the Digimon in hand, so we can Digimon this. Gonna make the gonna want to make the Digimon. And I think this was the game where I managed to somehow... So you see there is a Phantom on here. We're going to scramble into it for 2. And then we're going to play the Candlemon. Then we're going to get to execute into security. And then we're going to gain 2. And then we're going to evolve the Candlemon for cost minus 2. Draw and pitch off 1. Draw 1, trash 1. I'm not really sure why we didn't try and, like... I guess we wouldn't have been able to swing over the Cybergemon. We're going to make a Darugamon. And we're going to protect our security here. It's actually known shielded, so even if he didn't have blockers, would not be able to interact with it. Really, really strong board setup here from Conquest Collectibles. We're going to do the thing once again where we pitch off a device and then play back a device to stop our Candlemon from being able to suspend, so we're not going to be able to crash a retail body in like he currently has, and he is going to put over 2. Unfortunately, protection going to fade on his security right in time for me to be able to push out, and we're looking at whether we're going to scramble back a missing piece. We got 3 memory to play with. Going to be going up to 4, of course. We're going to scramble back the Digimon, unsuspend, draw, raising main, go to 4. There's still a Phantomon in hand, and that's where I lost it. I'm going to analog for 2. Yeah, wow, pitch decision that made no sense. Do not know how we ended up in that situation. Digimon for 2. And then... And then, where is my Phantomon? Where did it go? Where is my Phantomon? Eddie Phantomon Enjoyers? Don't know where he went. We're gonna delete. Are we gonna delete ourselves? Yeah, we're gonna delete ourselves in order to get it. Hatch gain 1 off the analog, and we get a full setup here. And you can see I am visibly confused. Visibly confused. That Phantomon that I pitched for no reason has disappeared. My bad, Lamau. And then Vortex Resonance, check top 3. Don't hit it. Yep, just pitched off my 5 for no reason. So we don't get to clear board here because I'm stupid. And yeah, you can see me just looking at him, just confused. Jedi mind tricked myself into thinking that that was there. And just, yeah, you can see just molding, just like confused. This is why we VOD review, so we can find out how we managed to just discard the necessary combo piece. Luckily not going to get punished because he does actually have to set up. Once again, these Cyberdramon sending cards to the top of the deck means that we do kind of know what our dead draws are going to be. Going to get rid of the level 6 because we absolutely don't need it if we can't find a level 5. Going to swing in, and we are going to see the Cyberdramon Ace come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No targets once again. As soon as there's the Marvin, we're basically, all we're doing is using this Ace to stack the top of the deck. Do we have blocker? We're going to get a Digivolve here, and then we're going to just swing in. This stops us from getting any memory back, but this does mean that we can now recur the Phantomon, which just shows how useful the egg actually is. I wasn't as sold on it because I thought Draw 1 Trash 1 was pretty sick when I was first testing, but I do like the QPmon as a one-off memory and Inherit to just be more of a menace, but the recursion of the Ghost is kind of crazy. I will be looking for box stoppers. We are going to swing in with our good friend, the Necronomicon. We're going to hatch 1, gain 1. We do have Violet Life, so we can float into a 5. Go Phantom. No, okay, we're going to just put the blocker down, and then we don't have the means of keeping turn, and I kind of want to keep the blocker. Never mind, I lied. Going to use the body, and then I'm going to read its effect. And it will not matter. Yeah, so this is probably an extension that we didn't need to do. He is now actually just going to make the full line as we just push up, start our start of mains, and start cooking up to a Cyber, as we once again are just going to not be getting anything. Justimon X to the top here, as we're going to crack training, go into Justimon, and we'll draw the Justy X for it. So we do have blocker here. Last time we saw Jamie go for a lethal push, he did get griefed in security. We're swinging, get de-digivolved. Okay, that's why. We got de-digivolved back down. We're going to block now before he gives himself piercing with the Justimon. And would have been able to pop it anyway if we left it around. So this time he goes in with jamming. I wonder why he thought that jamming might have been really useful. Going to swing in over a 12k, 2 checks. Swing in over... Apparition is going to bring back the blocker, so he gets griefed in security again. That's my goat. And then we're going to hit the second check. And then we're just going to training. I don't really know what the OTK line is supposed to look like here, because that really did only look like it could have been 5 checks maximum. Sure, he's going to reboot here, but people in the comments, maybe Jamie himself, please tell me how this lethal line is supposed to work. Maybe the blocker popped out so he didn't do what he was going to, but I just don't... I don't see how Justimon Justy X makes lethal just by itself. We do have Anubis here. We're just going to double check what's in his trash for nefarious purposes. Wow, a 6 and a 3. That's crazy. I wonder what that could signify. Anyway, here comes Anubismon. Anubismon, pitch 1, pitch 2, pitch 3. Play something for cost -6, which means we can play out the blocker. Decline to pop something. Play a Lotmon, and then Apparition Legion. So we're going to put those two to the bottom of the deck. And we're going to put out Candlemon and Ghostmon, intended line. And then they gain Rush and Blocker. And then we're going to draw off of the Anubis. We're going to pop the Justy. And then the on-play is going to pop... on-play pops the Justy. On-play plays the Fascomon. We have Rush and we have Extra Cute. So we're going to close out the game. Woo! If you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I forgot to mention the Discord again, so if you haven't joined it, please make sure to do so. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, be good to yourself and have yourselves a damn good one.